everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'm gonna be doing my nails, but for this video I'm only gonna be doing my left hand just because I've had a lot of people lately complaining about or just saying that, you know, my videos are too long. So I'm gonna do this hand on camera and then the other one off so I can be as detailed as I can. So this time I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I know there's people out there that have been struggling with shaping their nails, so I've been trying to look for some tips that are already shaped. I know right now the shape that's really popular is coffin, so I already have some coffin nail tips by Macari. Except for these are like a full coverage nail, which means they could be used as like press-on nails, but I'm gonna try to, you know, tweak with them and try to make them into tips by basically just gluing them down closer to the tip. So again, these are by Macari and they are the 500 piece coffin nail tips, and I'll be sure to leave the link down below to these nail tips. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. I've already removed the shine from my natural nail and pushed back the cuticles and all that stuff. So I'm gonna just show you, just, you know, to not skip any steps. But basically the first thing that you want to do is just push back the cuticles, and when you're doing this you just want to literally push back the cuticles, and this is just going to help expose the new growth and help with reducing lifting. Now when you're removing the shine, you could either just use a hand file or you can use a drill. But whenever you use a drill, you want to make sure that you're using a sanding band. As you guys know, I keep my old ones on there, that way my clients see that I'm actually switching it out for a new one. So let's see, so you just switch it out for a new one. And remember that when you're removing the shine from the natural nail, you literally want to go from the right side all the way around to the left side, and usually it just goes a little like this. So just go all the way around and just keep going back and forth until you remove all of the shine. And then also with the with your nail file, you just, or sorry, with your drill, you just remove the shine from the rest of the nail. But usually around the cuticle area, you go in with like the tip of your drill bit. So you would go in there at an angle just like this, at an angle, making sure that you also don't have it up really straight like this, just because you're gonna make an indentation in there now. So just have it like at a 45-degree angle like that, to where you're using like the tip to file around the cuticle area. And then whenever you file the rest of the nail, keep it really nice and flat on that nail. So same thing for all of the nails, go around the cuticle area and then the rest of the nail. Now if you're using a hand file, you basically do the same thing. You start from the corner on the right side, work your way all the way around to the left side, get as close as you can to that cuticle area, and then remove the shine from the rest of the nail. Now again, I've already done this on my nails because I actually was going to record another video, but I changed my mind and I decided that I wanted to go ahead and do my my nails. So I actually wiped them off with an alcohol wipe, and I did my toenails earlier, so I have a little bit of red nail polish right there, but I can get that off in a few seconds. But yeah, and then of course, you know, if you want to trim down your nails or file them down, that's fine as well. So first thing is pushing back the cuticles. After that, we go in and remove the shine. And again, you can either use a hand file or your drill, depending on which one you feel more comfortable using. If you don't have a drill, then, you know, just go in with the hand file. But anyways, now we're gonna go in and apply the nail tips. So of course for my glue, I'm gonna be using my KDS glue, and since these are like a full coverage nail tip, we're gonna, like, instead of applying them all the way at the back, we're gonna apply them like closer to the tip, and then we're just gonna file them down on the sides. So these come with a number 0 through a number 9, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, so they come from a number 0 to a number 9. Same as the other tips. Your number 0 is going to be your biggest nail tip. Number 9 is going to be your smallest nail tip. So I think my, let's see, I'm going to try a number 9 for my pinky. And again, these can be used as like press-on nails, but for this set, we're going to use some as actual tips. So that one was too small. I'm going to go in with a number 8. This one's still a little bit too small, so I'm gonna go in with a number 7. And usually, you know, with my nail tips, I usually know what size I am, but with these I don't, so I just have to go in and fit them. Okay, and this one covers my sidewall to sidewall, so this one would be good to apply. And then again, even though they are full coverage tips, we're only gonna apply them on the tip. So same thing as if we were using our tips, just apply the glue and glue them down on your free edge. Just like that. And then even though they are a little bit, you know, big on the side, we could always just file it down. But you see how they're already that coffin shape, so then we won't have to worry about, you know, having to go in and shape them. Like, you're still gonna go in and, you know, of course if you cut them down, we are gonna have to shape them just a little bit, but not as much. So that's what the first one looks like. So same thing for the other one. Let's see, that was a number 7. So maybe a number 5 will work for the next one. Okay. See, this one, there's still a little gap on the side. So I'm gonna go down to a number 4. Okay. Okay, that one will work. So we're just gonna apply a little bit of glue. Place it right on the tip and press down. And make sure that when you're applying nail tips, because they do have nail tips that look like this, like right here. So whenever you're applying these, you want to make sure that, let me see, that like you hold it down really good, because you don't want any little air bubbles in there. I might need another 4 for this one. Okay, yeah. So make sure that you like hold them, let me see, hold them like this before you glue them down, like that, and then press it down to make sure that it's nice and flat on the nail and you don't get any little air bubbles. So again, apply the glue, holding it at an angle and then pressing it down. Okay, just like that. Now we're gonna go in with a number 5. So I definitely think that this is going to work. We're just gonna have to do a little bit of filing. Oh, I forgot to take that red polish. I think it's underneath my nail actually. And then for my thumb, probably a number, let's see, most likely like a number 1. Okay, maybe a number 2. Remember, when you're applying the nail tips, you want to make sure that they fit exactly from sidewall to sidewall. And like number 2 is a little bit too small. As you can see, there's still a little bit of my nail hanging off. But number 3 was a little bit too big, so I'm still going to go, or sorry, number 1. So I'm still going to go in with number 1, but I'm just going to file it down a little bit on this side. Just like that. Alrighty, so we applied the nail tips and this is what they look like. So now I'm going to go ahead and put all of these up. And again, these are the McCart nail tips, and I'll be sure to leave the link down below. Alrighty, so now once we've applied the nail tips, we're going to go in with a hand file, and I'm going to use this 150 nail file by Nail Supply Glamour, and it's literally the first one I grabbed out of my drawer. So I actually already did the thumb because my camera went dead, so I just messed with it. So I shaped it into basically it's already a coffin, but I make sure that I followed the sides down. So as you can see, on the sides it's a little bit big, so basically we just want to go in and just even it out to where it's the same width as your natural nail. So we're not having to do too much filing, but we don't want the nail tip to be hanging off the nail. So we're just evening it out with our natural nail. And then of course, if you want them shorter, you can trim them down, but I am going to be leaving them just like this. So for the free edge, it's already that coffin shape, but it has like a little rough edge right there. So we just can file that down, but make sure that you file down at a 90-degree angle to make sure that you don't, mess up that shape that's already there. Okay, and then also just blending them down, like blending them right in the middle. So same thing, 45° on the side to even it out with our natural nail. And then 90° at the free edge. Just like that. Same thing for the other ones. So as you can see, you're not having to do much filing at all, and even if you trim them down to make them shorter, they're still gonna be kind of that coffin shape, and you still are not having to do as much filing. Okay, and for my, for the other fingers, I'm trying to file at a 90° angle, but since they're long, they're pretty, you know, like the nails are actually really thick, but you know, they still kind of move, like my whole nail just moves whenever I file like the free edge. So what I do is I hold my finger at the edge of the table, which you can't see, but I hold it down and then I just file the free edge. So just, you know, whatever works for you is fine. Okay, so just like that, and then again, just blending the nail tip right in the middle. Alrighty, just like that. So then now, oh, I forgot to blend this one. Alrighty, so now I can go ahead and just dust them off. And then for this set, I'm gonna be using the Mia Secret Odorless Acrylic System, which I got not too long ago, and I've been waiting to use it because I wanted to try it out on my nails. So we actually got, let's see. Okay, so the only thing that's odorless, of course, is the Monomer. I thought maybe they had a special powder to go with it, but they just sent me the Cover Rose Acrylic, so I can just use my regular acrylic with this, or acrylic powder with this one. We also got, let's see, I believe this is the primer. Okay, so we also got the nail prep, which looks like this. And then the other one was the Cover Rose acrylic powder. And then we also got, let's see, we also got a nail brush, which the actual little kit they sell comes with, I believe, a number 8, but they sent me a number 10 because they know that's what I use. We also have the primer and I think a dap and dish. And the little kit comes just like this with all of these same things. And I'll be sure to leave like the link down below with all of the information, the price, and a promo code as well. Here is the primer. And then we have a little dap and dish. So right now that I'm recording my video, I don't have my air on, I don't have my fan on, and I also do not have my, I don't have my, air purifier on. So we are really going to be able to smell the product if it does smell. So I would definitely be able to give you guys my honest opinion on whether it's actually odorless or not. Now with the odorless acrylic, you do have to put the nails under the light. This is the only time that you have to put acrylic under the light is when you are using the odorless products. So it actually came with a mini portable UV LED lamp, which just looks like this. And let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and open it. And it comes with the plug-in, which is like a USB cord. And you can use your regular nail light, but the kit comes with this one. So it's definitely a good kit, you know, as a beginner. I know I actually just had someone email me this morning telling me that they bought their first kit, but their mom is complaining about the odor, and you know, is there an alternative to acrylic? So if this works for me, you know, if it's actually odorless, this would definitely be a good kit for you to buy. You know, that's not gonna have that really strong odor, or if you're just maybe, you know, like your nose might be sensitive and you just are looking for something that's odorless, odorless, I will definitely let you know if this is something that you should invest in. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug the light in. Okay. And then this light just kind of stands up like this. So it's really cute. And then it says Me a Secret Mini UV LED light. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that over to the side because I don't need that just yet. But again, this bottle that I have is a 4-ounce bottle. I'm gonna go ahead and take this tape off of it. So I'm really excited to use it. I've had it for a while now, but I hadn't had time to actually test it out. And I've had a lot of people asking me about it. I'm not going to use this powder that it comes with, which is the Cover Rose. But if you want to use the Odorless Monomer, you can use any of their acrylic powders. So for this set, I'm just going to be using my regular Me Secret pink acrylic, and then I'm going to just pour the monomer into this little dapping dish instead of using my other one. Alrighty, so before we get started, this is actually my first time actually using the nail prep and the primer on my nails. So first you want to apply the primer and the nail prep. And the nail prep, this just removes the oils from your natural nail. So you can apply this whether you're using acrylic, whether you're doing gel nails, or even gel polish on your nails. This will work for all of that. And again, this just removes the oils. The reason why I don't use this is because I feel like whenever you remove the shine with the e-file, you're basically doing what that liquid does. But I guess sometimes if you touch the nail after you've already prepped it, that would help as well. But I usually don't have problems with lifting. But anyways, now we're going in with the primer, and we're just applying this on the natural nail. Remember not to get it on the skin, literally just applying it on the natural nail. Okay, so we applied that, and now I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush. Again, the kit comes with a number 8 brush, but they sent me a number 10 just because that's what I always use. The brush looks like this. It's a really pretty pink, and it's a number 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some monomer into my dapping dish. And usually I use before I used to use a little dapping dish like this, but I kept breaking them. But these are definitely like the correct size to use, or as far as like for me, these are the ones I like to use because that way you're not wasting monomer. You only use these, fill it up, and then usually for a full set, I usually use like a dapping dish and a half. So, you know, just add as you need it so you don't waste your product. And I don't know that this, okay, so don't do this, but I'm gonna sniff it to see, you know, if it has an odor. Okay, so it has a little bit of an odor, but it's not a monomer odor. It's like, I don't know, it kind of had like a little bit of a vinegar scent to it, but I might be tripping, but that's really what it smelled like. But honestly, it has no monomer odor. And then the smell what I smelled, I only smelled it because I put the thing literally up to my nose to see, but just with it sitting here, like, I don't smell anything. Okay, so for my brush, I just dipped it into the monomer so I can wipe it off because it has that, like starch in the brush. So I'm just dipping it into my monomer, wiping it off. I'm scared my liquid is gonna tilt over. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my brush now. It should be clean. So again, I'm using the Odorless monomer, which looks like this. Odorless, sin olor, liquid monomer, liquid monomero indore. Wait, is that even? I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So as always, we're gonna do the same method. The only difference is that we're gonna have to cure them under the light. Let's see if it's in the instructions. I thought I seen it somewhere. Okay, no, it's not on there, but we are gonna have to cure them for a few seconds once we're done, because we have to let them cure. So we're gonna go in with the first bead. We're gonna place it right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meets. Brushing it down towards the tip. Okay, making sure that we clean the sides of the nail. We don't want any product on the skin. Next, I'm gonna go in with another bead, and we're gonna place that one right below that first one. And since these nails are longer, of course I have to work with a little bit more product. Okay, just like that. And then the third bead we're gonna do closer to the cuticle area. So as far as like the consistency so far, I feel like it's the same, you know. Mia's Secret, I feel like it's always been kind of like on the runnier side, and it dries a little bit slower, which is good for me or for any beginners, because it's like it gives you more time to kind of play with it and smooth it out. Okay, so that was the third bead. So now the fourth one is going to go closer to the cuticle area as well. This one is like when I pat it down and brush it down, I'm just blending that in like in the middle. So I brush like very gently, because that's what builds our apex. Okay, so it looks pretty good, but I'm gonna go in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this area right here still looks a little bit flat. So I'm gonna go in and apply a small bead in that area again. So make sure that when you're working with your acrylic, remember to work very gently and slow. That way, you know, or slow as far as like, you know, very gentle, I guess I should say. Work really gentle, but making sure that you brush the acrylic really gentle to make sure that you are not pressing down too hard, because I feel like that's what makes the acrylic dry a lot faster. And still no odor, so it's definitely odorless. The only thing about this is that even though, you know, like it's odorless, and that's kind of what we all want because the smell is so strong, it is a little bit more on the expensive side, so that's the only downside. But of course, you know, it's like it's basically obvious that it's gonna be more expensive. But so I did the first finger, it's the thumb. We have a nice thickness. So we're gonna move on to the next one. So again, I'm doing the 4-ball method, and then if I need to add a little bit more, then I do so as needed. Stupid fly. Alrighty, so same thing. Let's see, I'm gonna use this I need something. Okay, I'm gonna use this just to hold my finger up. But same thing, just grab my bead, placing it right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meet, patting it down, and very gently brushing it down towards the tip. Wiping the sides. And the reason why I wipe these sides is because once you apply the acrylic, sometimes the acrylic will run over to the sides, and I feel like it takes away from your shape. So the second one I'm going to place right below that first one. Remember, make sure that you look at your nail from different angles. The third bead is going to go closer to the cuticle area. Patting it down and brushing it down towards the tip, making sure that if you get any product on the skin, to wipe it off immediately, because if it dries up, it's going to be almost impossible to remove it. And also, before you clean around that cuticle area, make sure that you wipe your brush off on the paper towel. Okay, so the fourth bead, that's what the nail looks like now. As you can see, that area is still flat, so of course we have to go in and apply the fourth bead. So the fourth bead goes closer to the cuticle area, and this is what's going to build our apex. So place it down, pat it down, and this one, remember, you want to make sure you brush super gently, because we still want most of that product to stay there. We just want to blend that product with the rest of the nail. Cleaning around the cuticle area if we need to. Alrighty, so just like that. So we have the thumb and the index finger. Okay, so I literally just left the room and came right back to like come in the room and see if I smell that monomer. And it's like you smell something, but it's not monomer. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's not strong at all. Or anything. Like, it's definitely to where you can do your nails in your room and there wouldn't be an issue. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and cure these two nails because I don't want to mess them up. Let's see. Okay, so to set to turn your light on, it has a little button on the side. This is a 60 seconds and 90. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure those two for 60 seconds. Let's see. I'm just gonna put it in there like kind of sideways since it's these two fingers. And then even the brush is really good. Again, this is a number 10, but it comes with a number 8 and okay, so there is gonna be a heat spike when you put them in there. It burns so bad. Ouch. If it burns, just put pressure on them. Like literally either just use your other finger and just put pressure on there, or just hold on to press down on the table, whatever you need to do. But it is going to be a heat spike, which means that your nail bed is going to get hot from the light. Okay, so I cured those two, and again, if you've ever gotten gel nails, like actual gel nails, you know what I'm talking about, but it burns whenever you put your fingers in there. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do the other 3 fingers, and we're gonna do the same thing. Oh, y'all see what happened to my monomer? It's like it got sticky. I don't know if maybe the light was too close to my monomer, but it's like jelly. Y'all see that? That's crazy. I've never seen that. So I think it's definitely because I had my light over here. I'm gonna go ahead and dump it out, and look at that. That's crazy. Look, it's like a gelatin. It's like okay, so it's like it cures the monomer. That's crazy. Okay, so that's definitely something to know. You want to make sure that you keep your light away from your monomer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this away. It's literally like, if you're Hispanic, they sell like these little gelatinas in like the little thing, and they're like either purple, yellow, depending on the flavor, and that's what it looks like, and it kind of reminded me of that. Okay, so I went ahead and put that in a paper towel, and I'm gonna throw it away. Oh, so that's why these bottles are black. Okay, so see, I didn't know that. So now I'm glad I know. So that's why, just like gel polishes, you know how they come in like bottles where you can't see in them, because if the light hits the polish, it dries them. So I guess it's the same thing with this one. So I'm glad I know that now. So we're gonna go ahead and put some more monomer in the little dapping dish, and we're going to try again. And now I know not to do that. Okay, so here we go again. So same thing, dipping our brush into the liquid, into the powder, placing it right in the middle where the natural nail and the tip meet, patting it down and then brushing it down towards the tip. Okay, another bead. Alrighty, so just like that. So now we're gonna go in with the third bead closer to the cuticle area. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go in with the fourth ball. It looks like we have a nice apex. So now the fourth bead, I'm just gonna place closer to the tip because that still looked a bit thinner. Okay, just like that. So now we're gonna go in and do, I'm gonna just cure all three of these together. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do them. So same thing. Alrighty, y'all, so I finished doing the other three nails and now we're gonna go ahead and cure them, but this time I'm gonna be using my light, which is the Sun X light, and I'm gonna turn it over to the side so it doesn't, you know, hit any of this, and also to see if we can just use our regular light instead of the other light. Ooh, it burns so bad. Ouch. Ooh, it burns so bad. Ouch. Oh, it burns so bad. Oh, like, y'all, it literally burns so bad. I'm scared to put it back in there. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh, y'all, it burns so freaking burn. Oh. Look, it's literally to where, like, my hand is shaking. Oh, I'm scared to put it back in there. I'm gonna do the low heat mode to see if that helps. Okay, so yeah, that helped. It's not burning as bad. So if your light has a light heat mode like mine right there, the first button on the left, be sure to use it because it's not going to give off as much heat, and it still kind of burns, but it doesn't burn as much. Oh, that's the only thing that I do not like about this. Yes, it's good that it's not, you know, it doesn't have an odor to it, but that burn whenever you put it under the light is bad. Like, that burned really bad. But again, that was the UV LED monomer. It's called Fusion, and I'll be sure to leave all of that information down below with the price as well as a promo code. And I believe they do have it like where they sell it by itself, but then they also sell this kit right here if you want to just test it out before you actually buy you know, a lot of it. And we cured all of the nails. They're all nice and dry. Let's see, I'm gonna tap it with this. See, if they make that clicking noise, that means that they're all the way completely dry. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step. And earlier I grabbed one of the Nail Supply Glamour not brushes, but nail files. But the kit actually came with a file, which is a 150 zebra or speedy zebra nail file. So now we're gonna go in and just reshape the nails like we usually would do, and this is just going to redefine that shape. Alrighty, so we finished shaping all of the nails. So now we're gonna go in with you can either use a hand file, because mine, they don't need much filing at all. This is what the nails look like. So they don't need much filing at all. They're nice and smooth. So you can either go in with your hand file, which of course you would go around the cuticle area first, making sure that you still go like really close to the cuticle area from the right side over to the left side. And then this file is really like a good grit to use when you're filing the nails after you apply the acrylic. There's some that are either too coarse, and then there's others that are not coarse enough. So a 150 would be a good grit. Okay, just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use this because again, I don't have much filing to do at all. So I'm just gonna use this hand file for all of the filing. Alrighty, so we filed all of the nails. So next we're gonna go in with a buffer. This kit actually does not come with a buffer. I believe that's really the only thing that it's missing. So do make sure that if you are a beginner and this is like your first kit ever, make sure that you have a buffer with you. Alrighty, so now I'm just gonna dust the nails off, and then after this I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, and I'll be right back. Alrighty y'all, so this is what the nails look like after I washed my hands. So they're really long and really pretty. And again, these nails worked out really good. I mean, the length is perfect for someone that wants long nails. You could always trim them down if you want to, but we had to do literally minimal nail filing. So even if you want them stiletto, they're already really coffin to where all you have to do is just, you know, round the tip off. So it's still really simple. So now we're gonna go in and do the nail art. I'm not sure what color I want to do just yet, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. So let's see. I picked up this Perfect Red by Madam Glam. You guys know that I love their gel polishes, and I do have a promo code for them. So I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I also want some bling, so I'm trying to figure out how I kind of want to incorporate the bling. And what else? Okay, you know what? I changed my mind. So I just found like this really pretty brown, and it's something different. And you know, fall should be coming in pretty soon. So I'm gonna I think I'm gonna do that brown just because it's really different. So that is actually in the color, let's see, this is in the color Coffee Time, and it's a really pretty brown, and it's very fallish. So I'm gonna go ahead, and I think I want to do my thumb this color. So I'm gonna go ahead and polish them this color. And also make sure that you polish the free edge. That is so freaking pretty, y'all. Look at that. Oh, it looks like a little piece of chocolate. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in and clean the sides of the nail. Just like that. So then I think I want to do, let's see, maybe my pinky, my middle finger. Let's see. I'm gonna do my middle finger. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can do a tip on this one. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my brush and clean up that smile line. Okay, and then I just thought about something. So for my, since I said I wanted a marble, for my pinky, I'm still gonna do a marble, but it's gonna be like a fallish marble. And I know the perfect colors to add to it. I'm gonna add, what is this? Rich Kernel. There you go, Rich Kernel. Also by Madam Glam. I want like a nudish cut, a lighter nudish. So this is Mochaccino. And I want some other colors. Let's see. And then I'm also gonna add like a burgundy color in it, and this one's in the color LA Style. There we go, LA Style, and it's also by Madam Glam. So the way I'm gonna do it is I'm just gonna apply the colors on my nail. I'm gonna be using this small brush, which is a brush by Young Nail. Oh, it doesn't have a name, but it's by Young Nail. And I'm just gonna apply the colors randomly on here. Make sure that you kind of apply it on there thick, and if it runs, it's fine because we can just wipe off the sides. Okay, just like that. So it's just random on the nail. So now with my brush, I'm just gonna go in there and kind of mix the colors around. Make sure that you get them like around the cuticle area as well. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this rich kernel color because it's so pretty. Okay, and now you see how it's dripping on the sides? So now all you have to do is just wipe that off. Of course, clean around your cuticle area as well. And make sure that you move that polish all the way to the sides. That way your nail is not showing on the sides. Okay, just like that. So I'm gonna wipe again. I'm probably gonna add just a little bit more of the mochassino color because we don't have a lot in there. Let me see. I'm gonna clean around my cuticle area again. Let's see. Just like that. Let's see. Just like that. You can't really tell, but it's really pretty. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cure these under the light for 30 seconds. Alrighty, and as you can see, that was one coat and the coverage is so freaking good. Like, I could literally just go with just one coat, but of course I always do two. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a second coat of the same color. Okay, and then now we can go ahead and cure them for another 30 seconds. Alrighty, so we did the two coats on each finger, except for, of course, the pinky. We did the marble on that one. So now we're gonna go in and apply the bling on the ring finger. And y'all, I'm about to be like super extra because I want the big bling on them. Alrighty, so I'm applying the hard gel. And then I'm gonna go in with my big pieces. But make sure that when you're working with these, you work fast because they will slide off the nail. Okay, so I think I changed my mind about this huge one right here, and I'm gonna replace it with one of the other ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna replace it with like a medium-sized one like these two. It was just like it slid too far over to the side, so that's why I didn't like it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the gel, and I can do it like this. Alrighty, so I'm gonna leave that one like that. So now for my index finger, I think I want to add a little bit more bling with some gold in there as well. So I'm going to use my Soleil nail adhesive. I'm going to use my SS6, SS12, as well as one of my other 3D pieces. Alrighty, so I'm going to do it right in the middle. So I'm going to apply the glue. I'm going to apply one of these. And then I'm also gonna go in with some caviar. And I'm gonna apply the caviar like around the big piece in the middle. Alrighty, so just like that. So now I'm gonna add some right here as well. I'm gonna spray that with the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator. And then now I think I want to add some around the cuticle on the middle finger and the thumb. So for these I might just do like the SS12. Same thing for this one. Okay, and then I'm also gonna go in and apply the caviar like in between each one. Like one at the end and then one in between each rhinestone. So same thing for the middle finger. Alrighty, so now we're gonna spray them with the activator. And then I don't know what that little white stuff is. Okay, there we go. So now, see, if I would have did the red, I would have did the matte, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do shiny on all of them. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do shiny on all of them. So I'm gonna be applying the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat, which looks like this. And it is a no white top gel, so you don't have to worry about having to wipe it off or anything. You just apply it and cure it. Alrighty y'all, so here is the final look. They turned out so pretty, they're so shiny, and they are just literally flawless. And y'all, if I didn't do nails, like I would literally wear my nails this long and this extra. But anyways, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNailDirty2, and I'll see you guys next time. And then again, for this set, I used the Odorless Monomer by Mia Secret, and then I was also testing out the Acrylic coffin nail tips, and they're actually full coverage, but I made them into tips, and they definitely work really good if you're looking to cut back on either like some time when you're shaping, or if you're just having trouble with shaping nails, period. This is definitely, you know, a good way to go. But anyways, again, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next time.